I went down to Florida, me and my shooting buddy, and a couple other guys. We were doing a civilian skydive trip. It's like a big camp. It's a certain type of free flying we were doing, and it was amazing, great time. But I was so broken from everything else, things you just don't realize. So we're on the first day of the jump trip, and we're flying in a formation. It's called upright. Basically, you're standing and you're flying across the sky on 2 feet and flying that way. And you have to lean back with your arm as far as you can. You have to press down into the relative wind to get the throw to launch you forward. So it's understanding all the details and everything else. It's trick flying, but it's fun. You build a lot of speed. And I was so broken up top. I got the video, I'll show it to you. I leaned back as far as I could, and we're hauling ass, and all of a sudden, I flip over, and I feel a weird pop, and my chin locks to my shoulder. I'm in free fall, and I can't move my arm. It's pinned behind my back. I'm like, what the fuck? I roll over, and I start to track away to try to get away from the group. And we're probably at 7,000 feet, and we're taking it low. And we exit at 14,000 feet, so we're, a little over halfway through the skydive, but that's the dangerous part. It's when we have to break away so we don't open on top of each other. And I turn, I track away, and I go to pull, and I can't pull. My hand's in a knot. It's locked up. I can't deploy. And I jump a small parachute anyway, and I'm not a packet of peanuts. So I had to open up my reserve. And I open that thing up, and it's super small. And that's something you don't think about, having to land a small parachute with one hand. So I lift my arm up, and I unstow the toggle, and I loop it in here, and I'm flying super casual pattern on the way in. I come in with one hand, I land, I get up, and I've got a jumpsuit on, and my arm is paralyzed. Like it's hanging down to my hip. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but the only thing that kept coming up in my mind is they were concerned on taking Cymbalta, taking the tramadol, and 3 or 4 of the medications that I've been taking forever. And they're like, you have to stop taking that or you're gonna stroke out, man. Like you'll have a fucking stroke. I thought that's what it was. I thought I had a stroke mid-free fall. I mean, like when I came down, I was pinned like this. I couldn't do shit. I couldn't lift my arm. I couldn't do anything. They couldn't get my jumpsuit off. When they did, my humeral head was down to here. So what happened is I reached my arms back to fly and my arm dislocated through my armpit. So humeral head attached and it came through my armpit. That's a very bad dislocation. It's very hard to reset, especially when a little bigger than us, probably like, bigger. And I landed on the ground, and I remember standing on my hand, trying to lift up to try to pop it. It still hadn't hit my mind that my shoulder's out of socket. I've never had one dislocate like that. I've had them in and out, but not like that. My teammate's there. He's like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know what to do. We've got an ER a mile and a half down the road. I was like, I'm going. I jump in a rental car and I drive myself right to the ER. I'm still in my jumpsuit. They go up on the next lift. They continue jumping. I check myself into the ER. I tell them what happened. And they spend 2 hours trying to get this thing back in socket. Let me preface this. I pride myself on my pain tolerance. It's world class. I can take an extraordinary amount of pain. I can. That shit, oh my God. That dude cranked on my shoulder. I was sweating. I was dry heaving. I wanted to fucking die. He was bad. And finally they gave me propofol, whatever it is, knocked me out, reset it. And they put me in a sling. He's like, hey, you got to go back. I'm freaking out because I don't want to tell work what has happened. So now my little hamster wheel's going around. I'm like, I don't have to tell anybody about this. I'm like, we're good. I drive back out to the drop zone. I see all the instructors, all the guys. I'm like, what happened? I was like, fucking arm came out. And they're like, Jesus. And all the guys like, hey man, we'll refund you for the camp because you can't jump. The fuck are you talking about? I'm jumping. He's like, you can't jump. Your shoulder just came out of socket. I was like, I'm jumping. I'll take the rest of the day off. I'll be back tomorrow. We went out to like a food line or whatever and bought a bunch of KT tape and YouTubed it and KT taped my shoulder in place. Put on a quasi brace that we bought from, whatever. Pinned my shoulder in, just taped it. So all I could do was deploy and I could reach up and I could grab my toggles and I could steer it. which made landing very, very challenging because I jump a high performance parachute. So I really have to be able to control this thing. And I just let my ego get a hold of me. And I didn't give a fuck. I showed up the next morning. They did not want me to jump. We had a conversation and we settled on a wager. If you can do 10 pull-ups right now, I'll let you jump. And I jumped on that bar and did 10 pull-ups so fucking fast. And he went, go ahead. And I put my suit back on. I went up and did a jump very gingerly, not getting real dynamic. Did a second one, did a third one, did a fourth one. And on the fourth one, I got a little cocky. And I leaned into it a little bit too much on final, bringing in the parachute, and it popped out of socket again. The exact same thing. Through the armpit, the exact same fucking way. And the instructor looked at me, because it's not common to fall on landing, not at that level. And they looked at me and gave me a weird look, and I was like, get any more fucking banana peels out here? Trying to, brush it off. And then I looked at him, I was like, hey man, like I kind of tweaked my neck on that opening. I'm just gonna sit out the rest of the day. And I walked around that DZ for an hour faking it because I was so fucking embarrassed. And I was like, yeah, guys, I think we go back to the hotel. I'll be back in an hour to pick you guys up. And I drove straight over the ER, now in civilian clothes, had changed. And I walked in, the exact same doctor is working the exact same desk and looks at me and went, what can I do you for? I was like, I was putting on this t-shirt and my shoulder came out. We got to put it back in. And he looked at me and smiled, and he reached out and grabbed a blade of grass out of my ear and went, getting dressed out in the field, are we? Come on. Went back, knocked me out, popped it back in place. And I didn't jump the rest of that trip. I couldn't. It was so bad. And I knew how bad it was. Like the amount of pain that was going through my body was uncommon, and it couldn't be good. We get back to the command. I walk into rehab and I tell him, I was like, hey man, I got some serious shit going on. He's like, we'll go in there. We've got great shoulder surgeons, super experienced. And we went in there and looked at that thing, and he went, dude, this is gonna be the one. Like, this is it. I'm like, whatever. We'll do a quick one. It wasn't a quick one. We went and did that shoulder surgery. We did the Mumford. We cut out a section of my collarbone. We did the bicep tendinosis, so relocated my bicep tendon. We put in 2 anchors in the front, 5 in the back. I got a nasty infection. We found out that I'm allergic to the waterproof bandages they put on me. So I got folliculitis, almost like cellulitis, just gnarly infections all over me, dude, like bad. And the rehab process after shoulder surgery is not fun. It's long, you can't rush it, takes 6 months. And by the time I got done with that, the medical paperwork had already been pushed. He's like, you got to do the exact same thing to the left, and we've still got to do both your hips. Like, we got to fuse your neck, we got to fuse your lower back. Like, it's it, man. And I was in so much pain at that point when we got done with that shoulder surgery. Not throwing anybody under the bus, but I will. They forgot to do my nerve block when I got that shoulder surgery. So I went in, we do the whole thing, and I wake up in a recovery room, and that operation was supposed to be 2 hours, and I was in there almost 6. Long fucking surgery. A bunch of stuff in there, a bunch of bone fragments are floating around. Your shoulder dislocates and slams back in, it chips away the corners. I've got a couple 4mm pieces of bone floating around in there they can't get to.
4 millimeters?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So my humeral head, it just broke off big chunks of it. Now it's just free floating in there, just grinding everything out. So I wake up in this shoulder surgery, you got your arm pinned, you're in the sling, and I wake up and I'm overcome by it. Like, if you would have had a pistol sitting on the thing, I would have shot myself. It's indescribable how bad that pain was. It was everything. It was reality. And that doctor walked over and he's like, how you feeling? I've never felt this much pain in my entire life. He's like, nerve block not help? Did you do one? His eyes get real big and he looks at me, he's like, I'll be right back. He leaves, comes back 3 minutes later with 2 other doctors. And he's like, hey, So we decided not to give you the nerve block now. We're going to give it to you post-surgery, so it'll be more effective for you. Okay? And they freehand this thing. Usually you do it under like an X-ray or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't. They just drop this thing in. They hit me.
It's from the spine, right?
What's that?
It's from the spine, right?
They did it through my neck.
Through your neck?
Yeah, so he hit some nerve bundle just above your collarbone. It basically just paralyzes everything from here to here.
Okay.
So he misses it. And a couple minutes later, I remember sitting there and I'm doing touch and goes, and you're all fucked up from the anesthesia. And I remember leaning my head back, and my tongue was paralyzed, and it rolled in the back of my throat. And I essentially started to swallow my own tongue. And I remember throwing my head over the side and scooping my tongue out, and I couldn't breathe. I was gasping, and it was nothing. Trying to scream, I can't get anything out. There's no nurse there. It's after hours. I had a later surgery. This is probably 8 o'clock at night. I mean, everybody's gone at this point. Mid-Manning at the hospital. And I remember I grabbed the little monitor, the EKG thing, and I knocked it on the ground. I remember this lady came running out of the back, and I'm holding my throat like this. And her eyes got as big as silver dollars. And I remember them shoving an O2 mask on me. And then I remember waking up later. So what had happened was they hit the wrong nerve bundle, and it paralyzed my throat, my voice box, my tongue, and my right lung. Man, I was just drifting off the...
Holy shit.
I just would have passed out. Would have been over. So the whole rehab process comes after that. But after that, because the pain was so bad, we go to pain management. And now I get on more meds. And now I'm on all kinds of weird shit now. It's like they're just stacking it on top of me over and over and over. And it's not getting better. It's only getting worse. To the point where I don't know what I'm going to do anymore. But I'm having some very hard conversations with Patsy and everybody else. Like, if this is what I have to live with daily, oh no. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Like, I can't lift my arm. Like, just the whole rehab process was so fucking bad. And luckily, you know, we start the medical retirement thing, but it takes so long to actually get there.